I'm Charwat, and this is the JSU orientation vlog. In this week's video, we're gonna talk. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? Let's take a campus tour.
Hey, I'm Eric.
I'm Sam, and we're going to give you a quick tour of campus.
Alright, so we're standing underneath Gilman Hall right now. This right here is our mock operating room, home to the dition machine. The dition machine is used for a lot of remote surgeries to reduce invasiveness, and students here actually work on the programming of the machine.
So right now we're standing in front of Gilman Hall, which is our main auditorium on campus. The auditorium seats about 1,200 people, and it's home to three of our main activities on campus, which are the Foreign Affairs Symposium, the Milton S. Eisenhower Symposium, and the Hopkins Symphony Orchestra.
Alright, so now we're standing outside Brody Learning Commons, or Brody for short. This is an extension off our library that was built so that students could have more space for collaborative learning, as well as more natural light while they do work, because our library does in fact go underground. So a lot of the chairs in there, the whiteboards are all on wheels, you can put them together. There's group study rooms with whiteboard walls as well as projectors, so you can work on presentations together very easily.
So this here is the beach. The beach is a great place for activities on campus. A lot of group activities will be held on the beach, a lot of concerts, cookouts, barbecues, that sort of thing. And it's a great place to spend time with friends or do studying even. Yes, indoors and outdoors on campus are actually completely Wi-Fi connected, so you can come out to the beach and study on a really nice day like today. Additionally, right across from the beach, you'll see two brick buildings. The one on your right is Gilman Hall, and the one on your left is McCoy Hall. Those are both two different freshman housing options that you will have freshman year.
Alright, now we're on the freshman quad. This is where the majority of the freshmen live. Right behind me here is AMR 1, or Alumni Memorial Residence 1. And over here to my right, your left, is AMR 2, or Alumni Memorial Residence 2.
So this glass windows that you see right here, this is actually the FFC, or the Fresh Food Cafe. This is the main dining hall on campus and where most freshmen will spend most of their time eating while they're on campus. Additionally, the buildings right above them are buildings A and B, which are two of our smaller dorms for freshmen on campus.
Alright, so right behind us here is the rec center. This is where all the non-athletes will actually exercise. So we have a fitness room, weight room, a 30-foot rock climbing wall, 3 basketball courts, 4 squash and racquetball courts, and you can also take classes here. Those are the only things you have to pay for. Everything else is completely free. Over here is the athletic center, and that's where all the athletes will exercise, like Sam here, who is one of the wrestlers. Alright, so now we're standing outside the undergraduate teaching labs, or the UTL. You can see there are very nice floor-to-ceiling windows. You'll do all your undergraduate labs in here, everything except for physics. So all the equipment in there is state-of-the-art because this building is in fact only 2 years old.
So this building on my right and y'all's left is actually Remson Hall. It's named after the second president of the university and the university's first chemistry professor, Ira Remson. A few funny stories about Ira Remson. One, he's actually credited with discovering saccharin in the building, actually. The way that story goes is that he was working in the lab smoking a cigar, he put the cigar in a petri dish, and when he picked it back up, it tasted sweet, and that is how he discovered saccharin. Additionally, Ira Remson's ashes are actually interred in the building, and there's a plaque in front of them that denotes where they are. If you rub the plaque, it's said that you can get an A on your first chemistry midterm. I'm sure you realize that it's been tested a number of times, you can no longer read anything on the plaque. But the school can't remove the plaque because any construction on the plaque will actually result in the collapse of the building, as legend has it. That's actually factually true, since the plaque and the ashes are located in a load-bearing column in the building. So behind us right now is Gilman Hall. Gilman Hall is one of the main buildings on campus, specifically for our humanities department. Additionally, Gilman Hall is actually one of the oldest buildings on campus. It's named after our first president of the university, Daniel Coit Gilman. So let's take a look inside.
Alright, so we're in the seal room of Gilman Hall right now. There's a little myth behind the seal. If a current student steps on the seal, he will never graduate. If a current professor steps on the seal, he will not be granted tenure. If a prospective student steps on the seal, he will not get deemed admitted to Hopkins. And if a prospective parent steps on the seal, they will not get a financial.
So behind us right now is the Huxler Reading Room, which in my opinion is one of the most beautiful rooms on campus, but it's also a really great quiet study place for students. On either side of it though are two very important resources. On my right and your left is the Learning Den, and on my left and your right is the Writing Center. Two very important resources for students on campus and both completely free.
Alright, now we're actually around the outside of the Archaeological Museum. You can see a lot of the artifacts in there. Some of our professors have actually found these artifacts, so students can work on curating exhibits or actually writing the descriptions here in the Archaeological Museum. Alright, so this behind us here is Garland Hall. It's a home to a lot of the administrative offices here on campus, including the President's Office, Office of Academic Advising, Academic Support, Pre-Professional Advising, Career Center, and Student Employment, to name a few.
So Levering Hall is our last stop on the tour. It's very important for a number of reasons. Levering Hall has, one, a really great study space up in the main part of Levering Hall that's free and open to students at all times. Two, it has our second main dining hall on campus, Levering Food Court, which is a great place to come and grab a bite to eat in between classes. Additionally, Levering is home to our study abroad office. So any opportunities that you wish to be able to study abroad or do research outside of Hopkins or outside of the country, that's the place you would go. We want to thank you today for coming on the tour with us. We really enjoyed it and hope you had a great time.
Hope you enjoyed the tour.